Welcome back to another episode of Casey Campbell's Videocast. I'm Casey Campbell, of course, with Great Lakes Post. And, of course, if you've welcomed Ryan Vargas, the driver of the number 6 TikTok Chevrolet for JD Motorsports, coming off his first top 10 at Texas Motor Speedway. How's it going, bud?
Good. Been a really good week. Did our celebrating over the weekend. But now all focus is ahead on Martinsville, getting ready for that one. Hopefully keep the fenders on it and have ourselves a good race.
So, we going off and getting a top 10 in a mile and a half. Of course, you're now 4 races in with this program that you're on with JD Motorsports and with TikTok. How do you think it's been going? And did you think you'd ever get a top 10 at a mile and a half first off?
Yeah. No, I mean, I had a lot of high hopes going into this. I try not to set goals like that because I'm afraid that, it's just going to set my expectations too high. I feel like I can confidently say I feel like we are a strong top 15 team. And there's just been a lot of times where, we've had small issues go wrong. Talladega, we got caught up in a stack up. The Roval, we should have probably had ourselves a top 15, just track position and honestly, lack of visibility. Our defogger didn't work. And then Kansas, we lost power steering very early on the pace laps. And, even without the power steering, we were still passing a good amount of cars. So it gave me a lot of confidence going into Texas. This was by far the best race car I've had racing with JD. And it helps reinvigorate the whole team. And that's the big thing.
We're going into Martinsville next week. Of course, we got 2 short tracks to end the season. There's going to be a lot of craziness, a lot of wild stuff going on. Of course, everything with the championship. And, of course, guys looking to get some good runs. And, of course, you were telling me earlier, we did take one of this video, that it's, you got to kind of rely on the late model stuff you ran last year when you were with Lee Falk. What do you think that experience will do running at Martinsville this week?
I mean, it's going to help me a lot. Running Hickory Motor Speedway last year was probably the hardest racing I've ever had to do. When you have the entire field within 2-3 tenths of each other, it's hard to pass. You got to set that stuff up pretty quick. So, personally, I'm really excited about it. I think it's an opportunity for us to go out there and have another strong run. But I also got to go into it thinking smart, knowing that, we got to just be there at the end. It's going to be one of those races where, we got to work on getting our pace, keeping the fenders on it, and having a clean race. So really excited about that. My first time at the paperclip. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Obviously, as teams get things put together, as the season closes out, a lot of people are already talking about what the plans are for next year. And of course, that's a question I think you're going to be asking a lot of. One is, do you want to come back to JD Motorsports? And 2, what's your relationship going to be like with TikTok next year, if you do have?
Everything's been going very well. The proof is in the pudding. We're fast. Every time we're in the car, every time we got the TikTok machine on the racetrack, we are a top 15 threat. And we proved at Texas that we can be a top 10 threat. I think it's just all about all the pieces lining up. I'd love to come back to JD Motorsports. I'd love for TikTok to come back, and it's just we just got to get everything put together. So fingers crossed. It's nice to be in a position where we can kind of work on these things instead of having such a big question mark.
Does TikTok like what they're seeing right now with racing, and is this something that they want to continue next year?
Yeah, I can't speak for them. I know that, they really enjoyed their time. They've fully embraced being within the sport. And just seeing the TikTok car on track has just been super cool. It's been just such a unique story, getting this all put together. And it's been big, not just for myself, but for JD Motorsports. And TikTok's been really happy about that. They love seeing, everyone loves a good, I guess you could say, underdog story. Seeing JD Motorsports go out and run a top 10 with TikTok on the car, that just goes to show kind of the effort that goes in behind the scenes, with when it comes to my prep versus, everything that the team does. We had a lot of confidence going into these races. So but we can't get overconfident. We have 2 more races where we got to put it all out and try and do what we can.
All right. Ryan Vargas, thank you so much for joining us, and good luck this weekend at Martinsville.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.